Hello and welcome. Today I thought I'd look at the fake version of the HobbyMax Asuka Radio EVA figure and do a comparison video alongside with the real one and see what's the different key differences and how you could avoid the fake one and from being scammed. So right off the bat, you can see this is the real one and this is the fake one, and from the boxes they are already of different sizes. The fake one's boxes is 15 centimeter by around 14.5 centimeter and 26 centimeter. So it is smaller. And the real one's boxes is 19 centimeter by 17 centimeters and 34 centimeters high. So you can already see from the dimension there's big differences, and we can go over the boxes in more details. For example, the Asuka text here is the real one is shiny and the fake one is just plain white. It's not shiny, it's not reflective, and this is the closest one that I found closest to the real one, because there are other versions, cheaper versions, that outright look completely different from the real one. So I thought I'd find the closest one, the most authentic, so to speak, replica for the comparison. Also, the real one costs around 28,000 yen, which is 190 US dollars, and the cheap one, this one, costs only 59 yuan, that's RMB, which amounts to around $8 US dollars. So there is a massive around 2000% price differences. And let's continue with the examination. From the front, the patterns looks almost identical. There is a laser sticker here on the real one that says Evangelion official license, and there isn't one on the fake one. And on the side, it is almost identical. I cannot spot any differences other than the size that is different. Maybe the color, the shade of the hair and the jacket is a little bit off, but you wouldn't be able to tell which is which if you only have one version to look at it. But just remember, the real one has a lighter shade. And let's look at the back. Okay, so oh, sorry about I bumped into the camera. On the back, the real one is also has reflective text here, and the fake one is just plain white text. And on the other side, it's pretty much the same deal. Can't really tell much from the looks of it. And let's look at the bottom. Wow, they even got the bottom really similar. Okay, but from at first blush they look very similar, but when you get a closer look, there is a lot of differences. For example, this 15-year-old and up is misplaced, and this I guess they used the official actual Twitter handle of the HobbyMax. But there is a little bit more of the text on the real one, and there's no extra text on the fake one. And there's also a QR code. I'm not sure what its QR code is for, but it's not in the fake one. And there is also a section for the Tokyo figure and a barcode. Okay, let's look at the top. Alright, the top looks pretty much identical. Yeah. I cannot spot any differences. Okay, let's open up the fake one and check the actual figure itself. Let me just move this out of the way. And let's unbox this. This was, as you can see, pretty poorly taped up. I couldn't even bother to make it a nice quality plastic box, but I guess with $9, or was it $8, you really cannot ask too much. Okay, let's toss this. Oops. Okay, there's a little bit of... Okay, you can already see it is pretty poor quality because there's a crack on a fake one, on a plastic container. I'm not sure what this is. Let's see. They even got the insides of the wrapping out. Okay, let's open this up. What a mess. What a mess, man. Okay, got that one off. Oh, it's pre-installed on the stand itself. From the looks of it, two metal-looking bar, which is different from the plastic bar we see on the real one. Also, it's really dirty for some reason. Let me clean it up a bit. Okay, there we go. So let's take a look at this. What is this? This is a what's it called? Like people put this to freshen the air freshener. Like they put an air freshener inside this uh, figure box. I'm not sure what's it for, but they did it anyway. Pretty weird. Maybe they're trying to mask the off-putting smell of the PVC, bad quality PVC, but I'm not sure. Anyway, let's get to the main part of the video. The comparison between the two figures. You can already see the one of the telling difference when I wiggle them. The real ones stay in place very well, and the fake one just wobble around like a little gudra. Yeah. Okay. Let's take a closer examine. Let's take a spin before we take a closer examination. This hat is really, really bad. Oh man. Well, they mostly got the hair patterns right. Well, mostly. This looks a little bit squashed. Yeah. And they also completely butchered this strand of hair. Anyway, let's take a closer look. Let me adjust the camera. So from the base you can see on the real one there is a text of Radio EVA meeting new quality via Evangelion, the text. And on the fake one there's no such text. And on the real one there is a little bit of translucency on the stand, and there is none on the fake one. And the real one seems to be solid, and the fake one sounds to be empty on the inside, like really, really clear, really cheap. Yeah, it's solid, and this is empty. And then let's look at the shoes. They got the paint job of the shoes mostly right, but not very much. They certainly got the shoelaces wrong. Like the shoelaces are very, very clean, and like its actual texture here, and here it's almost as if it's just painted on. There's no PVC there. Yeah, I think the shoe is pretty much like that. Let's go over the legging. Let me adjust the camera for a little bit. Okay, there we go. So the leggings, um, they definitely did a very poor job of painting this this stripe of text. You cannot advance, you cannot redo thing. Like as you can see, right here, it's straight up a butchered mark. And there's also some white marks on the back. And let's take a closer look at the folds, at the crease of the leggings. On the real one, the creases look very natural, and the shadows are casted naturally on the shin and on the back of the knees. And on the fake one, they are very unnatural. They are always so shiny. Like the shine looks, it's just painted on. It's shaded wrong. And there's a seam, looks like a plastic seam, a cast seam, right over here on the leg. Weird. I'm not sure if you can see that. And on this side, they did on the front side they did a better job of painting, but it's still not perfect. When you put them together, you can definitely tell which is which. But if you only see the fake one, you cannot probably tell it is the fake. Okay, moving up to the shorts. Let's look at the little Asuka symbol, puppet symbol. They look both nicely done. I'd say this is pretty much identical. The fake one did a really good job at copying the puppet symbol. Okay. But for the texture of the shit. But the texture of the shorts is not captured. You see, the shorts are supposed to be made of boa fibers, so it will have this sort of fibery looks to it. Hence the little shadows here and there, and the almost grassy looks of it. And on the fake one, it's way too smooth. Like on the real one, they actually preserve the roughness of the shorts, the material. And on the fake one, it's almost as if they just painted the the roughness. I'm sure this will be more evident when we look at the jacket. But from the time being, for the time being, let's look at the hat. Okay. So first of all, I'm placing these two at the exact same angle right here, and you can already see the head's position is wrong. On the real one, he's holding the head like as if she is walking, and the head is kind of floating in the air and waving as she walks. And on the fake one, it's somehow attached to her body, and her hand is somehow way too much twisted. If that makes sense. Anyway, continue. Now you can see the colors are very different. Also, the angles of the head is different. This one is more this way, and this one is more this way. And this red is brighter. This red is darker. And it's almost as if this red is way too reflective. It's like it's like a what's it called? Fire hydrant. It's like a painted. It's like a fire hydrant paint. Like it's way too reflective. And it doesn't show the shadows naturally. This one, the real one, shows the shadow naturally through the paint job. You see, this is what I was talking about when I said the head is for some reason attached to her body. Although it's not really attached to her body because I could lift it off, but they made it so that it's right up the leg. Anyway, let's move up to the jacket. Okay, from the jacket, the immediate difference is the fire hydrant paint I was talking about. Like this is way too reflective. It's almost very artificial and unnatural. And this is much more like a fabric looking. And let's compare the details. The cinch, the jacket cinch here is off. The real one just lays down naturally, and the fake one has some weird angle to it. Also, the zipper head has the wrong color. The real one has the yellow color, and the fake one has the black color. The texts are alright. But if you look at this part, you can see the roughness differences that I was talking about earlier. This one is way more rougher to show the boa fabrics feel. Actually, let me show you guys the actual jacket, because I was going to make another video specifically for the jacket because it's my like actual grail, but whatever. I'm going to show you the jacket right now so you can see what the actual real fabrics look. So this is the jacket. I spent way too much effort to get this one. This is made of the boa fabrics, so it's very rough. It has little buds of fabrics on here, and then on the red part, it's some sort of polyester, and it's not very reflective. It's just sort of like the fabrics you'd see on mountain jackets. Anyway, I'm going to save this for the special video. That was just a little sneak preview. So back to the figures. So the real figures captures the roughness and the bulby feeling, or the grassy feeling of the boa jacket, and the fake one just looks like it's way too smooth. It just like it's almost as if it's crinkled up, not really doesn't really look like fabrics. Also, the paint job here is fucked up. Let's get a closer look. Like the paint job on the edge of the red part. Here too. There's a little bleeding here. The red bleeding into the white color, and the red isn't enough on this part, and there's a little bit of red here too. Anyway, moving on. The back has the same problem as the front, the roughness problem. And on this side, this red fabrics part isn't as offensive as it was on the other side, but it is still visible. And the cinch is also wrong here. Also, the zipper head is very different when you look them up close. The real one has a very detailed zipper head, and the fake one has a fucked up zipper head. Anyway, let's move on to the shirt. So the shirt also has uh, I'm, the paint, the acrylic paint problem. I'm starting to think they're using the same set of paint for this set of figures, because they all exhibit the same kind of problem where they are way too shiny and reflective. The bag is uh, almost as shiny as the real one, but maybe that's supposed to be like that because the real one is supposed to be I think a plasticky transparent bag, but the shirt is definitely not supposed to reflect like that. This shirt is supposed to be cotton, and it reflects too much. Now let's look at the head and hair. Uh, this strand is very offensive. This strand on the on the real one is very natural, because when you look at it from this way, uh, let me find the original painting for reference. This strand of this piece of hair is supposed to be this strand of hair, and it's supposed to go over, or like over her neck and almost under her chin. But on the fake one, it's way too out there. So it's very, very offensive. And the color is definitely completely off. And the paint job of the hair clip is also very terrible. Let's look at the real one first. And then let's look at the fake one. Like I said, this is already the most expensive replica that I could find on the internet. So surely the other ones that are cheaper are probably going to be of lower quality. So this is supposed to be the king of wraps. So you can use this as a reference to compare where the quality degrades and where the quality keeps up. Let's take a look at the side of the hair. This hair is very wavy and airy, and there's a lot of space around the hair. And when it arrived, every strand of hair has a little bit of styrofoam attached to each end to protect them. And on the fake one, it just sort of mushed together like a like a like some sort of spaghettis. Let's take a side by side look. And let's look at the behind. From the behind, you probably cannot really tell immediately that which one is real if you don't know the colors, but you can definitely spot some paint errors here and there. Like this here has a little bit of black, and this here has a little bit of extra paint. And this here is just straight up artifact. And if you look at the way the hair reflects the light, uh, this the on the real one, the shadows and the light side and the dark side has a stark contrast, whereas on the fake one, the two sides are very mushed together, sort of like it's almost as if it's unnatural. And on this side, the the spaghetti thing is also even more daunting. This hair is very wavy, airy, and just overall very flamboyant and holistically. I don't know how to put it, but just floaty, I guess. And this one just makes me feel like it sinks down. It has a certain weight to it. Like there is a bit of weight that is concentrated on here, and it sinks down. And then finally, let's look at the face. Okay, so the fake one definitely has a different eye than the real one, but if you don't put them together, you probably cannot tell which is which, because the fake one is actually not really bad. But the real one is definitely more smooth. And if you look at the mouth, the fake one has just like a random stroke of pencil as a mouth, whereas the real one has actual depth to it. I guess that's pretty much it. Also, the fake one has painting errors on the face. Like, I'm not sure if you can see, but there's black spots. Little. Oh, that was just dust. Never mind, that was just dust. This is so dirty for some reason. The factory that made it is probably also dirty. I guess that's pretty much it. I'm going to continue to keep the real one in my house, and I'm probably going to take the fake one to my office to just show it to everyone and as a public display that I really wouldn't be worried about. But it still looks quite good. For the price of it, for $8, I would say this one is not a bad deal. It's definitely not as good as the real one, but is it worth 2000% of the price? I'm not sure, but of course, they must have purchased this one to make the replica for this one. So the development, the research cost is supposed to be accounted for when you think about the real one. And when you think about the fake one, you just have to think about the cost of replicating and reverse engineering all the things they did. But anyway, if you just want the cheap, uh, ch- like random plasticky thing to display on on a shelf, do not pay more than $8 because you can get this pretty thing for $8, which is, I assume, probably the closest you are going to get as a rep to the real one. So I guess that is it for today's video, and I guess I'll see you next time. Bye bye. Thanks for watching.